think that the myth of the soulmate and the idea that one person has to
fulfill all your needs
is very limiting. And when I look at my life, it's not true. So much of who I am comes from relationships with other women.
My name is Agnes. I'm a visual artist. I've been living and working in Cairo for the past 9 years.
My name is Fatma and Agnes. I'm a visual artist. There's something that I always describe myself with, is that once upon a time I was a wave who loved to sing. Now I would describe myself animal lover, tree lover, who find therapy in art.
We met in Cairo in 2008, March 2008, and since then we did a lot of sightseeing in Cairo.
I think what brought us together really was this love of walks. Yeah, we would just go on and walk around.
Walk for hours
hours, yes. Like we had the strangest routes, and like that really brought us together then. Like the Cairo tours.
The first collaboration was the one at Arcade Gallery. It was Parallel Spaces. So you were talking about the spaces that women create for themselves outside.
This was like shortly after Fatma moved back to Cairo. So the one thing that was like very present in her work and was a theme in general that we talked about was like the moving and setting up home.
But then I realized that I actually also am interested in the spaces that women create but outside. And that's where we kind of decided to have this like opposing idea bit of inside and outside. And the thing is, like, once we kind of saw this thread in the work, then each one of us was working on their work, and then we were like, okay, like, let's see
how you will put them together.
Yeah.
What I like most about our artistic collaboration is that it allows both of us freedom. So the things kind of very organically come together, and I really love how putting together the work brings out a lot of like hidden layers or meanings in each and every work that we do individually.
It's full of freedom. When we are working together, a lot of ideas keeps coming, and each of us welcomes the other's idea. I mean, there is no one who keeps forcing her idea or something. So it's like a complete collaboration that I enjoy, and I usually learn a lot from Agnes, and I love working with her actually. Yeah.
And it's because we're so different in a way that is really crazy. In the terms of temperament. And in terms of our artwork, and it's still like there are those red threads and thoughts, they just intersect.
A coincidence, but it's the truth. Yeah, it's just If you see the work individually, you wouldn't think that they will match, but when we put them together, they fit perfectly. Yeah. So I love that about collaborating with Agnes.
It's kind of a little bit magical. I don't really know how this works.
I think it's our magic. We are magical. Yeah. We are great. Yeah. So unseen, it comes from the name. Yeah, the part that the society doesn't want to see. The unseen women. I took it from the mental statue, and Agnes took it from the physical look. What does the society doesn't want to see, and why do we have to fit in a specific shape or a specific state of mind? Why the society is not welcoming differences, although differences can add a lot to the society. I started questioning who decides what is normal and what is abnormal. who decides that this should be that and it should be treated so it would fit and be just the same as the others.
We kind of like works with the idea of like opposing forces a little bit. I was always drawn to drawing bodies since like my university studies, but it was always like bodies that were somehow like different. When I used to look at myself in a certain way, like I only saw what's wrong. It's kind of like very crippling, this feeling of like being wrong in your body and not fitting the criteria. By drawing and depicting these kind of bodies, I kind of try to give back the power. Like the idea of what is right and what is correct and what is normal is enforced by the images we see, be it the photos, but also be it those paintings. So by recreating and reworking these things, like if we paint those ideal, beautiful bodies, we kind of like reinforce the idea. I mean, women being painted by men, it's the whole Western history of art.
Yeah.
And no one is asking or questioning like why these men paint women. But then if I do, like it's like why do you paint women? Like,
Why do you paint only women?
oh, exactly. So I think that it's what Fatma says is that taking agency and telling our own stories, that's really important to us. You sometimes don't want to feel that you're like exploiting an issue. But at the same time, like that's really like the truth of what occupies me every day, and that what we talk about, and what I also talk about like with so many other women.
Yani, who is the best to speak about women but women? And we, because we are women, we know the challenges that we face every day more than anyone else.
I don't know if I can explain this well. I just see Fatma a lot in a little bit like a river, you know, like water.
Oh, that's nice.
Which is like, has this immense power, but at the same time, just steady. So I hope she sees this in
I will
herself.
cry. Now I can see it. Okay, what you made me speechless. Now I don't know what to say. I feel you are. I would also pick something from nature. You're like, I would say a bird. Yeah, you're very. You like to move from one place to another. You're very active. You adapt. You know, like birds, they migrate all over the world, and you adapt anywhere you can go. I feel that, and you've lived in so many places and you did fit in. That is a perfect thing to have.